Canterbury running from right to left. Humphreys giving it to Gary Bridge. And the Canterbury chase to the kickoff was quite smart. They pinned Balmain on the first tackle about 12 metres out from their line. Ball played by Davidson now out on his quarter line. It's Perry. We've seen him on the cameras before, mainly playing at hooker. Kicked by Benny Elias, bouncing up for Michael Potter. Gartner's onside as he comes through. So a penalty goes to Canterbury. Done. Kelly. Mortimer. Done again. He and Kelly getting through a power of work in attack. Canterbury very deep to the right. They've stacked the blind side as well, but it's a penalty to Balmain. That's against Dunn for not raking the ball back with his foot.
Well, that's probably because I noticed in the first couple of scrums that Ben Elias and Mark Bugden were certainly having plenty of words with each other, as were both sets of front rows. They're trying to dominate, get over the top of each other in this first half, and that's causing for plenty of trouble.
Brooks inside. Oh, Schofield 2 metres out from the line. Balmain on the attack. Elias. Myler. Tony Myler. He's going to score. Yes. Myler, the English 5/8 goes in to score for Balmain. Well, I don't know how to describe this galloping action of Tony Myler. He doesn't appear to be going at any speed. He doesn't seem to have a care in the world. He just beats them with either a fend on this occasion and a change of pace. I remember seeing him score a try in the National Panasonic. He just ran through them like a hot knife through butter.
Myler's a player who has got plenty of pace. He's elected to pass in this game up to this point. This time he decided to take the defence on, pushed off one tackle and then was able to crash over through another one. So
Schofield, his test partner, takes the attempt at conversion and it's successful. So Balmain lead Canterbury in the NEC big game, 6 points to nothing. Myler. Schofield, very fast, inside the 22, 10 to go, stops and goes inside. Oh, great try. That's a tremendous try by Schofield. Heavens above, that was a good try. Well, the two Pummies have really put Balmain on the map here today. Have a look at it again. A beautiful long pass from Gary Bridge. Right out along the back line and then to Schofield. He was setting them up. He was trying to do his best for his winger. In fact, it was Scotty Gale outside him. Then he jinked and came inside. And over he went, Gary Schofield, for a superb try.
Balmain's persistence in playing this game out wide is paying off. They were able to beat a number of Canterbury players with just two long passes. The ball went to Schofield. He dummied the pass on the outside, stepped off the left foot, jinked back inside, and that is a great Balmain try.
Well, the two Englishmen, as I said, Gary Schofield, 20 years of age, scoring the second, Tony Myler, the first. Here he is from a wide angle. 9 metres in from touch, 25 out. Coming around, and it's just wide. So no change. 10 points to 0 in favour of Balmain over Canterbury.
Well, he just looked at the bench again, Mick Potter. I'm sure he said, I'm no good, I'll have to come off. That's no place to have a player that's injured.
Graham, what are you able to tell us?
Well, Potter yelled out straight away that he's no good. He called out to his winger, Steve O'Brien. He's still hobbling out here on the sideline. He looked for his replacement, Sigsworth, but Sigsworth had moved back to the seat in the grandstand.
So Potter has come now to the left wing. O'Brien's gone back to fullback. And you didn't have to be a rugby league genius to imagine that Balmain, when they won that scrum, would run the ball straight at Potter. Didn't quite get that far, but it was good tactics. Here's Schofield. Play right on the halfway. Bridge. Gale. Well, Potter's after him. He's got no hope. Here comes the Archbishop. It's gone inside to Stephen Humphries. Humphries scores for Balmain. Their third try. Well, it's probably all very well to say it with hindsight, but Potter was a passenger. They had to do some reshuffling to accommodate him in his rehabilitation period, and it didn't help them as Gale cut them apart. And big Stephen Humphries, look at those big legs getting over the ground. And the youngster picks up another 4-pointer for the Tigers.
I don't know that another player other than Nick Potter could have stopped this try, but it certainly didn't help Canterbury in their efforts to do so. It was a good break by Gale, and he's playing exceptionally well in this match. He made the initial split. He looks inside, and there was good support play by Humphries.
So, 3 tries now for Balmain. 1 from 2 for Gary Schofield. And make it now. Whoops, still 1 from 3. 1 from 3 for Schofield. That might be a costly one to miss.
Elias getting a short ball away to Langmack. That was a pretty good example of a call that went very wrong. Steve Mortimer through to Hagan.
Charge down, a chance for Hardwick. Yes, it's a try. A try for Gary Schofield. Canterbury looking at the touch judge, looking at the referee. They feel that the pass from Kevin Hardwick to Gary Schofield was forward. As far as the charge down is concerned, it was A-OK, no question. Schofield looked around as though it was a forward pass too. So there may well have been a hint of a forward pass in it. See it again.
There's no doubt there. The charge down's a play on, but Schofield did get himself up here. He hesitated, looked back at Mick Stone, realised that it was going to be a try and planted it under the uprights.
Yeah, even on that low-angle camera, it does seem that it was a hint forward, the try. And Schofield looked back like a thief in the night, saying, I've got the loot and I'm off. Are there any police chasing me? Gets his second try, and Brooks kicks the goal. So Balmain now looking very strong, leading by 20 points to 0.
Peter Tunks has gone to the sidelines with Graham Hughes. Let's go to them.
Peter, I think a very important question. Do you believe in miracles?
Oh, I think that probably at this stage, mate, you've probably got to say that, you know, it's going to take a miracle to get out of this game, but there's plenty of time to go. You never know what could happen.
Well, interestingly enough, Ryan was quoted during the week as saying that he always feared the Balmain side. They seem to have you in plenty of trouble out wide. Yeah, mate, they've got a lot of pace, you know. They always cause us a few problems, but they've got a few players out. We've got a few players out, but I expected really a better performance.
Here goes Gale. Gale, he draws them, finds Humphries. There's Humphries with his double for the day. Stephen Humphries scores the try. Scott Gale again went into an opening. In fact, I thought to myself, once he got himself through the gap, nobody in rugby league, in my opinion, would run him down. But he so wisely thought, I'll draw and commit the Canterbury defence. Here it is coming across in the shape of Sigsworth. He gentled himself into him and then gave it to Humphries, and Humphries picks up his second.
If something's working for you, why should you change it? The pass that came to Scott Gale could almost have been intercepted. It wasn't. Gale had enough pace to go through the gap. He drew the full back, fired the ball back onto Humphries, and Humphries goes over for the second Balmain try in 3 minutes.
So Canterbury back in the in goal are having a rather urgent committee meeting. Got it away nicely. He's got it. Isn't it nice to see a straight up and down kicker? 26-0 in favour of the Tigers.
And Mick Stone was probably entitled to say, what was it doing there anyhow?
Campbell to play it.
Well, this was always going to erupt, and I'm sure Graham Hughes will be able to give us a worm's eye view, because this has continued on in the scrum after it's been won.
So half the players are playing the football, the other half are involved in the eruption that followed the scrum. Benny Elias. Oh, Mark Bugden set him up. Robinson came in over the back, and the Elias-Bugden thing continues. The fuses have blown, ladies and gentlemen. And Benny Elias is still on the ground. Well, Bugden had Elias in his sights as Elias came through. He had one cocked and he let it go. There it goes. It was legitimate as it came up on the head-on. It was a ball-swallowing tackle, if you like. But then, of course, the venom that has gone on between the two erupted again. Graham, you were sitting right smack bang on top of it. In fact, you might have felt the wind off it.
Well, we've been talking about it. We keep on repeating. It's been coming since the first half when these two were at it in the first few scrums. Mark Bugden could find himself certainly in the sin bin here. My mind, I did start to wander and follow a couple of the other players. I was watching Mike Perry, who certainly didn't want to have anything to do with Jeff Robinson, and Gary Bridge and Steve Mortimer looked set to go to it. Then I came back and Bugden was letting them fly from everywhere. Both players.
10 minutes in the sin bin for both of them, is it? And they're still sledging as they come from the field of play.
Number 25 just gone on for Canterbury. That's Billy Johnson.
And there's the siren. So Billy Johnson, in fact, has a big smile on his face.
First grade pay.
He was there for 3 seconds and gets a first grade check. Well done, Bill. 28 points to nothing, the score in favour of Balmain as we look down on the stadium.
This has been a Fox Sports production.